Hello everyone, my name is Kan Ho. Today I am going to present about our research paper related to the multi-class classification of Alzheimer's disease using the combination of EEG and fNIRS techniques. My presentation will be divided into four main parts. The first part will go into present about the introduction of Alzheimer's disease. Then we will move on to the materials and methodologies that related to the deep learning approach. The next one we will jump into the experimental result, and we will conclude with a short discussion. For the Alzheimer's disease, this is the chronic irreversible disease that affects on the cell of the brain and cause the impairment of intellectual functioning in the brain, so that the patient will have the difficulties to reasoning, to remembering, or to imaging, learning, so on. There are four main stages of AD, which is pre-dementia, early, moderate, and advanced AD. So it is very important for us to distinguish between the healthy controls, the mild AD, as well as the severe AD. So those motivate us to develop our study. Now we will move on to the materials and methods in order to compare the outperformance of the combination of EEG and fNIRS. We will do separately the experiment based on the EEG dataset only or the fNIRS dataset only. For the EEG-ERSP features, we only do the three-class classification. So at this stage, we try to collect the balanced dataset, and we use the advanced deep learning classifier. We also do the resampling techniques to push the accuracy. During the training, we use the tenfold cross-validation and maturity voting on the testing set to improve the classification accuracy. And for the fNIRS dataset only, we do classify four main classes, as I mentioned before, including healthy controls and three different stages of the AD. And because the number of the features is relatively small, we apply only the conventional machine learning classifier. And during the training, we do the leave one patient out cross-validation. And this is the CNN-LSTM hybrid approach that apply on the EEG dataset. So we treat the ERSP features at image, and those image will be fed into the representation spatial learning. So at this stage, we perform the 2D CNN models. Then to capture more spatial information as well as the frequency information, we also apply the 1D CNN. So those called the representation learning. And the next part will be the sequence residual temporal learning by applying two LSTM layer, so that we can capture the temporal information in the time domains. And at the final step, we apply the softmax layer to do the multi-class classification. So this is the result of four-class classification using fNIRS. In here, we apply 8 traditional classifier, and then we observe that the neural network and the ensemble, as you can see here, we obtain the best accuracy from the two classifier, which like over 80% for the combined of the data sets, like during the resting stage, during the opal, NBAC, and verbal stage. And for the EEG dataset, we only consider three-class classification, and then we also do some oversampling techniques. So this is the opal during the cognitive ability test, and this is NBAC during a memory ability test. And we observe and we consider that the SVM smooth outperforms other, and is about like over 0.7 for all of the case. And now in order to compare the result with other two periods, we combine the EEG and apnea data set, like this is the input, and then we example different models like CNN-OSTM for open and back, and neural network for open and back here. And then we do the maturity voting to predict the final predictions by calculate the probabilities. So this is our data set for all of them for the EEG and apneas. And let's see the result. If we combine the apnea and EEG, it's much more better, like 0.7 compared to only this match and this match. Or yeah, this is just the non-target and target during the stimuli of the experiment. So those will make the conclusion. In this paper, we do the 4-class classification, and then the apnea features and ERSP feature from the EEG were extracted via the cognitive ability test and a memory ability test. And although we use an imbalanced data set, both proposed model like neural network and CNN-OSTM provides promising accuracies. So the combination of both features give us a higher accuracy compared to only using either one of them. So thank you for your attention.